Hey everyone, this is Spencer from Buildapreneur, and today we're going to be talking about the best practices for your email marketing. This is so important if you're doing email marketing. Super simple things can make you so much more money. You could double your money just by doubling your open rates, and doubling your open rates is just simply not as hard as it might look. So, coming right up. All right, we're back. Thanks everyone for watching. Two things before we get started. The first one is down below. There's two links. Really cool stuff. The first one is going to be a link to ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign is the autoresponder I'm going to be using in all the examples that I'm going to be showing you. It's the best autoresponder there is, in my opinion. Second thing, there's going to be a link to buildapreneur.com/free, which is where I have a free email marketing course where you can learn a whole lot more than just this single video can take you. Anyway, before we get started, let me know what email autoresponder you are currently using in your business. Is it MailChimp? Is it ActiveCampaign, GetResponse, Aweber, ConvertKit, tons of different ones. Let me know what you're using in the comments down below. And here we go. Okay, the first and one of the most important things for your email marketing business is cleaning out your list, okay? There's a lot that goes into deliverability, but one of the big ones is if you're sending out large amounts of emails to email addresses that don't exist or never open emails or click spam on a lot of emails, all those things, you're going to have deliverability issues, okay? You're going to build a reputation online. Your email autoresponder is going to build a reputation online or your IP that basically says, hey, don't put this guy in the inbox because he's sending out to tons of email addresses that don't exist. There's something weird about that, right? Or tons of people don't open his emails or things like that. So really simple to do. You clean out your list. When someone doesn't ever open your emails, it's probably a fake email address or it's an email address they don't use, okay? So you want to clean those guys out once you've confirmed that that's the case, okay? So what I do is I put people through an opening email sequence. It's 5 emails long, and at the end of the email sequence, if they haven't opened any of those 5 emails, they automatically get removed completely from my autoresponder, okay? Because it's probably not real, and they're just hurting me. They're not helping me, okay? In ActiveCampaign, that's super easy to do. All you've got to do, let me get rid of that there. All you've got to do is at the end of the automation, you have it check if the contact matches the following conditions. Have they opened any emails in this automation? If the answer is yes, good. Let's put them in another automation and start emailing them other things. If the answer is no, it unsubscribes them from all lists. They no longer get any emails. You no longer have to pay to have them as a subscriber, and they're done with everything, right? So very important. Keep your list clean. ActiveCampaign is one of the few places I know that can do it all automatically for you, built into your automations, so that you're not having to constantly clean your list by yourself. The next thing is you've got to stay at the front of the mind of your subscribers, okay? If you're sending out an email once a month or once every 2 months, you're going to get a lot of spam complaints because people will get your email and they'll say, who is this? I don't even remember signing up for this, right? You don't have to bug them every day. And in fact, that's the third thing we're going to talk about is not bugging them every day, but you need to be top of mind, okay? You need to be delivering consistent emails to where they expect emails from you. And when your email pops up, they know who you are and they've seen emails from you in the past and they know you're not just like blasting out an email to sell them something out of the blue, okay? So stay top of mind. For me, it's 2 to 3 times a week where I keep sending them these emails. And it's all done in automation with ActiveCampaign, so I'm not having to actually sit down and type up emails 2 or 3 times a week because that would never happen. Okay, and on that same note, don't email people. In my opinion, this isn't a Spencer opinion thing. A lot of people say don't do this. I don't email every day. I like to email 2 to 3 times a week where I'm top of mind, but I'm not this consistent thing where it's like another email from Spencer, another email from Spencer, another email from Spencer, and where people start to just, the emails stack up and they start ignoring my emails, okay? I like to be kind of a little bit inconsistent in terms of not every single day to where it's like, oh, an email from Spencer came in today. I wasn't expecting that email per se, right? Now that's a doctrine of Spencer. A lot of people say email your list every day. Spencer says email your list 2 to 3 times a week. And the fourth thing, don't email your list on weekends. People say this isn't real. I can show you number after number inside my own account and studies that people just don't open as many emails on weekends. When you send an email on a weekend, you get a lower open rate. And it's as simple as in ActiveCampaign, adding a setting that says, hey, if it's a weekend where this person lives, don't send them an email until the weekend is over. Really easy to do in ActiveCampaign. Are you seeing why I love ActiveCampaign? Link down below. Okay, fourth thing, don't sell in every email, okay? If someone comes into your email list and you just start selling them, boom, 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 they quickly realize you're just out to make money off them, okay? there's tons of things you can talk about in email. You can talk about your brand. You can talk about things you believe in. You can, you can just add value random, like just teach them things that would apply to them, depending on the niche they're in. There's just a lot of things you can do that aren't selling that can keep you on the top of their mind, but help them to see that you're not just out to make a buck off them, that you value a relationship, not just a you give me money kind of deal. Okay, that's fifth. Fifth thing is you've got to segment and tag, okay? When I say tag, I mean you've got to tag people when they do things, where they come in, how they react. You've got to tag people so that down the road, you just never know when you're going to want to target a specific group. Like, oh man, I wonder if, what happened to everybody that clicked this link. I'm going to go in and actually like send them an email or whatever. And so you just, because you tag everything people do. And you segment everything people do. So you can see I've got tons of different email lists based on how people came in, okay? And I can do that. Now I know, okay, this person already has this, so I can not send them this if I decide to launch this again in the future. I also know, hey, this person is interested in like whatever this case study talked about, right? These people are interested in affiliate marketing. This person is interested in learning copywriting. So if I want to send maybe an email about selling a copywriting thing down the road, I can send an email to just that list. So segment your list. There's a lot of different ways to do it. I teach my way in my free course down below. But what really matters is that you have some kind of structure where you can divide people in your list into who they are, and then you can message them better and focus on what people need better. Next thing, this is also a doctrine of Spencer. Ask for responses, okay? I get so many responses to my email, and one, I love getting responses because they let me know people read my emails and they feel good. The second thing is when you send out an email blast, right, and 20 people respond to that email, it actually is really good for your online reputation, right? All the providers like Google and things like that, Gmail, say, hey, like he sent out this email blast. Was it spam? And then, oh no, it wasn't spam. Look, a ton of people actually responded to that email, so they must have liked it, and there's actually real substance going on here, right? And so you actually improve your deliverability as a lot of people respond, especially with those that respond. If you can get someone to respond, you're going to be in their inbox for a long time after that, okay? So just simple little things like, hey, let me know what you think of that. Hey, let me know your favorite this. Hey, let me know if I taught you anything. There's a lot of like creative ways you can do it, but ask for responses, and you'll get them, and it'll be really cool, and you can connect on a second level to your audience. Next thing is use stories in your email, okay? If you think about emails, right, there are words. There's words on a page, and it's hard to connect via just words. There's not pictures, there's not videos, there's nothing. It's just words. And so the next best thing is stories. Stories to help bring people together. Stories help people relate to you and see who you really are and what you really care about and whether they can really trust you and whether they can really relate to you. It's all done through stories. So it doesn't have to be every email, but a lot of your emails use stories and build that relationship through stories to where people feel like they actually know you and who you really are at heart. Next thing, you can see my eyes looking over here at my list. I don't have all these memorized, sorry. When you're going to send out a campaign, okay, so when you're going to send out an email to your entire massive list of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000, don't just go in there and click send to 50,000 people, or you're going to hit an issue, okay? You're going to hit a snag where a lot of these providers are going to like pause and be like, whoa, he just sent out 20,000 emails. That sounds like spam, and you'll see your deliverability get hit. The way I usually do it is 5,000 or less increments, where I'll send it out to 5,000 and the next 5,000 and the next 5,000 and the next 5,000, and that way I'm able to they call it warming up your IP, basically, where it's like, okay, this guy's sending out consistent emails. He can, when I send out 5,000, it doesn't seem like this crazy out of the blue spam tactic that scares them. The next thing is this is kind of a funny one. You got to make sure your unsubscribe works and that they can unsubscribe from all your lists, okay? I can't tell you how many times I go into someone's list and they start sending me emails and I click unsubscribe, and the next day I'm getting another email and the unsubscribe didn't work, or they immediately added me to like 14 lists when I came in. So now when I unsubscribe to one, it doesn't matter because I'm on 14 other lists and they're sending me all kinds of emails, and there's no central hub for unsubscribing. It becomes this real nightmare. So you've got to structure your emails in such a way that they come in, they're in one automation, they're in one list. If they unsubscribe, they're done. Otherwise, you're going to run into some issues where people think they've unsubscribed and they don't, and then they click spam, and then it hurts your deliverability, and a lot of bad things happen. So just kind of test that out a little bit. Next thing, always have a call to action, okay? Never send an email without a call to action, because some people will always click a call to action. It's funny, and by the way, I have emails in my automations that don't have call to actions. These are emails I've written a long time ago, and I haven't gone back and fixed them. This is, I'm learning just like everybody else is, but always, always, always have some kind of call to action, even if it's just a response, or it's just a, hey, watch this YouTube video, or check out this page for more. Like some kind of call to action, so the people that like that email, which typically there's always some people that like that email and are feeling like they want to react and act on that email, have something to do to go further, right? Something, somewhere to go. And even that alone will increase your profits, as people are able to act at the time that you motivate them and at the time that you teach them and show them things. Last, and this is like a don't more than a do. This is a don't use swipe files. Okay, this is especially big for affiliate marketers. Affiliate marketers, they sign up for this affiliate program, and the program is like, hey, promote my product. Here's an email. You just have to plug it in and send it. Guess what? Those so rarely work. Your list can typically see right through that. They're like, hey, this is not the voice that's usually used. This is not even Spencer writing this email. This is like somebody else, right? Like they can tell really quickly this is not you. This is not the way you typically do your messaging. And autoresponder, or not autoresponders, ISPs and things like that, like Gmail can say like, hey, tons of people are sending this exact same email, and it quickly becomes easy for them to tell that an email is something like that, right? A swipe file where everybody's sending the same email and there's nothing custom to you about it. So if you take a swipe file, that's fine. Customize it to yourself. You can take the basic structure and things it talks about, but always customize it to yourself. And you can start building your messaging in the way you write, in the way your brand, even if it's your personal brand, works and operates. And you start to build this style that people can connect with and certain people will love. So never use swipe files. Always be cohesive in your branding and use your own way of writing things and your own way of doing things. So let's rip through them real quick. Clean out your list. Stay at the front of your people's minds by emailing them at least once a week. I do 2 to 3 times a week. Don't email them every single day. Definitely don't email them like 3 or 4 times a day, which there are some email marketers that do. Don't sell in every email. Like do lots of other things. Tell them stories, things like that. Use tags and segment your lists. Ask for responses. Use stories as much as you possibly can. Be careful sending out campaigns to massive lists all in one big go. Just 20,000 emails all going out at once. Make sure your unsubscribe works. Always have a call to action in an email, a place that they can go to take it the next step, and don't use swipe files. And there it is. If you've liked what you've watched, please click subscribe, and then head down to that link and get your free course, and you can learn a whole lot more about email marketing than a simple YouTube video can show you. I am going to talk to you a lot about ActiveCampaign because I honestly, having used almost every autoresponder, mainstream autoresponder there is, can recommend ActiveCampaign as the best there is. It's awesome. It can do everything that I just talked about in automation, so you can automate a lot of your email marketing. Anyway, hope to see you on the inside of the course. Remember to click subscribe.